Hello and welcome to Meemaw Gaming. This is my beginner's guide to League of Legends, and in this episode I'm going to cover the very basics of the game. When you first log on to League of Legends, you're going to see this screen in front of you. Now, to start a game is very basic, straightforward. It's the big red play button at the top centre. Once you press that, you'll see this screen here. Each of the different tabs is a different part of the game that you can play. PvP is a simple game of person versus person. Court versus AI is when you get a team of 5 people versus a team of 5 bots. Custom is when you make your own game, which can include friends and AI, and tutorials of the game that you probably saw as you first logged on. Now, to begin with, you won't be able to do PvP. That's locked until you hit level 3. For now, you'd probably want to do Court vs AI just so you can learn the game. However, I'll be running through the basics of the game for those that don't understand it or that have never played League of Legends before. Once you've found a game, you're presented with this screen here. This is what's known as Champion Select, and it just when you pick the champion that you're playing in game, each champion is different, has different skills, abilities, and each are playing in different styles. I'll be going more into depth into that later on in a different episode, but for now, you can learn a champion very easily against bots after only a game or so. Now here, what you can see as you start the game is the spawning spot for your team. Every time you die, you'll respawn here, and your enemies will be on the flip side of this, on the other side. If you look at the bottom right, you'll be able to see a map. If you look at the map now, you can see simply how the map's laid out. You can see roughly that along the bottom edge and the right edge, you can see one lane. Along the left edge and the top edge, you can see another lane. And straight down the middle of the diagonal, you can see what looks like another lane. These are the 3 lanes of the game, known as top, mid, and bottom. These are where the start of the game happens. The objective of the game is to take down the enemy nexus. To do this, you've got to take down all the turrets in a certain lane. Once you've taken down each turret in order, from the outer turret, then the inner turret, then what's known as the inhibitor turret, you can then take down the inhibitor, which is something that's inside the enemy's base. These can be tricky to take down as a team, however, on your own, if there's no enemies, it can be an easy and quick job. Taking down an inhibitor also gives your team the advantage in the lane of the inhibitor that you took down, as it spawns new, stronger minions to come down the lanes and also give a buff to the other minions in that lane. Whilst one of these on its own is very powerful, to group up to a 3, you can usually win the game with just that. If you can take down all 3 enemy inhibitors, however, you can usually get a very good game and a very quick end, because you can usually group up 9 to 10 of these minions. One point to remember, however, is that enemy inhibitors and friendly inhibitors can respawn. If they respawn, the super minions stop spawning on your side, and you're back to square one. They can be retaken down, but again, you've got to go through the process of taking them down, which can be tricky. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to talk about in the comments, and I've put a link in the description to a poll, so you can tell me, what you want me to do next episode. At the moment, just a couple of games I've had recently with an Amumu and a Thresh, a good Dragon Steel on the Amumu, and a good escape on the Thresh, nothing too exciting. All links to everything will be in the description, and I'll see you next time.